All right, you guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you a treat with our golden key. First of all, shout out to the team. Shout out to everybody that's utilizing the perfect entry trading system. If you don't have your hands on the system, watching this video is going to share with you why you should utilize or be utilizing this perfect entry trading system. Now, I'm going to break down some simple technicals when it comes to utilizing the tool. And if you're trading, brand new to trading, whether you're brand new or not, or if you're seasoned, the ultimate goal when you're buying and selling, you want to buy from a low and you want to sell from a high. Now, the thing about this tool, it actually gives you the entries, take profit 1, 2, and 3, and your stop loss. As you can see here, gives you your entry, your stop loss, and your take profit 1, 2, and 3 here. Now, being that we're utilizing this right now on US30, let's go ahead and change the settings real quick. We'll change the settings here real quick. Let's do 200, 400, 500. This is US30. All right, there we go. All right, so notice it gives you an entry, it gives you take profit 1, 2, and 3, it gives you your stop loss, right? And then you have your golden key zone. This is the zone. The golden key zone. Let's get rid of some of these lines so I don't confuse anybody. This is your zone, right? This is your golden key zone. After it tells you to buy the zone, notice what happens. It breaks, gives me a take profit 1 to come back into the zone. Now, I want you to pay attention to two things, especially if you're trading. If you're trading a buy, right? This is your buy, this is your entry. Where do you want to buy? Do you want to buy at the high or do you want to buy at the low? Of course, you want to buy it at the lowest point possible. Notice this tool gives you the buy when it breaks the zone. Now, it also gave you a good, maybe 20, 30 pips off of this buy, right? It still gave you about 20 pips on the buy to this candle, came back into the zone. And then it gave you another 40, 50 pips out of the zone, came back to the zone. Notice where it stopped at, folks. Do you guys see this? Let me zoom in. Notice where it stopped at. The buy is this candle here. Notice where it stopped at. Now, do you want to buy at the high or do you want to buy at the low? If you want an optimal entry, now your stop loss is here. There's your stop loss here, 40 pips, right? 40 pips. Do you want to buy it here at the high? Now, if you did buy it at the high, notice it never hit your stop loss. You can utilize this tool standing alone. You can utilize this tool on an hour chart. We're doing it mainly on the hour chart. This is how you can catch the optimal entry. Notice we're on the 5-minute chart. Again, this is US30. This is 30-30 for them indices traders out there. This golden key works for all metals and all indices. Notice it gives you the buy again, puts you in the profit, came back down into the zone, gave you another entry, came to the bottom of the zone. This is your optimal trade right here. That's your optimal trade. Notice it's telling you to buy. It is not telling you to sell at all. You don't see sell. Now, if it's telling you to sell and it breaks below the zone, then you're looking for sell entries. Right now, it only told you to buy. It's only telling you to buy. Therefore, you're looking for buy entries. Your buy entries is one of two things. It's either you're buying at the low, which is here, or you can buy it at the retest of your support. So it breaks above the ceiling, breaks above the zone, comes back in the zone. Breaks above the zone, comes back in the zone. Breaks above the zone, comes back in the zone. Notice your technicals here. If you put your trend line, you'll notice that your technicals are starting to be disrespected. This is a great optimal entry of a buy at the low. You want to buy at the low if it's possible. This doesn't happen all the time. This entry does not happen like this all the time. I'm going to back test and you're going to see sometimes it'll tell you to sell or buy and it'll go straight into profit to take profit 3. But if you get a buy and it pulls back into your zone, here's another entry, 50 pips. Here's another entry from the low right here to the pip. I mean, to the pip. Touch the zone. You can buy this with the 5, 10 pip stop loss, or if you want to continue to utilize the same stop loss from the trade, that's a 40 pip stop loss from this very low, maybe about 60 pips from the high. So this is the optimal buy. Guess what? When it breaks above the low, look at these wicks. Wick, wick, break above again, wick. This is your retest. Here is another buy entry at the top of the zone. So yes, you can still buy breaking the high because ultimately following this signal alone, it's breaking the high. And 80% of the time, it's going to go in a direction to give you take profit one. But notice what happens. You get your optimal entry. You get your original entry here. You're holding it for a couple of hours. You're getting your optimal entry here. You have a third entry here. You got 3 entries, and it went up 200 pips. 200 pips from the entry. You could have had 3 entries up over 200 pips. Notice, 213 pips, right? Now, this is why it's very important to understand this 5-minute strategy and understand why this golden key zone and the zone is very important in this tool. Because after you caught your 200 pips, can you just take a guess at what happened next? When to get out the trade? When it starts breaking your trends, when it starts disrespecting your trend here, get out the trade, right? But what happens next? What happened next? Look what happened next. It came back to your zone and started over. It came back to the zone to give you another optimal entry. Now, some people would have panicked. They would have seen this. They thought this closed below. It would have tell you to sell. Do you see anywhere in this chart where it tells you to sell? No. So are you selling here? Why? Why are you selling? It never told you to sell. It's telling you to buy, right? You're buying, you're buying, you're buying. It gets here, guess what happened? Right after this candle, you got a lot of people that's selling right here. It broke this low, this current low of the zone, this small candle right here broke. People are selling. Guess what happened? They got caught in the trap. So when this buy came back above the zone again, it's still respecting the buy signal. Back above the zone, break above, came back, optimal entry, please. Right here, optimal entry. Guess what happened? Higher highs, breaks above the zone. Here is that retest entry. There it goes again. Retest entry, just like it did here. Optimal entry, original signal, optimal signal, conservative retest entry. Optimal signal, conservative retest entry. And you could have caught your 40, 50 pips. Easy. Optimal entry here from the entry. Back up another 90 to 100 pips to the upside. This is US30 on the 5-minute, folks. Yes, this is the golden key, and we've been talking about gold. We're gonna go to gold. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. This is strictly for the golden key. I'm gonna probably do another video to share with you how potent this is on the session key as well. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the buy. Look at the golden key, please. This is your red box is your stop loss. This is your buy, straight to profit. Came back, touch what? Optimal entry 1. Right? Optimal entry 2. Right? Higher highs. Look, there go that conservative entry. There's your conservative entry, the retest entry. So you can catch these entries. If it's buying, it's telling you to buy. It's not telling you to sell. So where do you buy? You either buying from the low or you're buying from the low of the retest, right? Because ultimately, if this is the high of the zone, you want to wait for it to go and make a higher high outside of the zone. And then now the top of the zone is the low. It's the retest and you catch the bounce. You don't have to stay in these trades long. This is 50 to 40 pips. You can be done with this one move, straight to profit. Done. Guess what happened again? Optimal entries, and then it took off. I mean, you could have kept holding this trade for 2 days. It took off. Look at this trade. Look at these entries, please. Are y'all seeing this? Look at these entries. Entries, there's 160 pips. There's 200 pips. It kept going. Whoa. Whoa. Look how huge that move was. 700 pips within a 24 to 20, maybe 30-hour period. 700 pips on 1, 2, 3, 4. You could have been done for the week off of this trade, right? That's US30. Let's see if we can do one more. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I'm going to show y'all that this tool, this golden key tool is very, now here's another one. Now, this is where it gets tricky, right? Notice in the other trades, it only told you to buy. Notice here, it's telling you to buy. The buy may have been invalid because it told you to sell, but it's giving you a buy and a sell. So it's telling you to pay attention to both sides of the trade. The sell went into profit, right? Sell went into profit. What happened? Sell at the high, or do you want to sell at the low? It's breaking back to the zone. It gives you another sell at the high, right? Even though it broke above, It came right back into the zone and broke again. This is another sell. You're currently following the sell, right? It's following the sell. So you caught the first trade. The initial sell gave you 130 pips. The retest, right back into the zone, gave you another 130 pips. Now this is where it gets tricky. Notice what happens next. You're done with the sell. The sell is done. Look what happened, right? It broke above the zone. Pay attention. It broke above the zone. So when it did that and it broke above the zone, do you want to buy this? You don't necessarily have to buy this break because you've already caught the sell. You've already caught the first sell. You've already caught the second sell. Hell, you could have even caught this sell right here and caught another 20, 30 pips. But I want you to pay attention to that right there. Notice what happened. It broke above the zone. This is the same zone. This golden key zone ain't never changed. It broke above the zone to give you a higher high. Hence, you had the original buy here. That buy may have been invalid here while the sale was going to 130 pips, came back up. That buy is still invalid. You caught another 130 pips on the sale, right? But this where this buy comes into play because it broke above the zone, giving you higher highs. And look what it did. Look what it did. It retested the low of the zone for the buy. For the buy. So I want you to not only use the tool, you can blindly jump into these trades. If you had to blindly jump in, you wouldn't have got this buy on the hour chart. We're doing this on the 5 minute to catch these optimal entries on the 5 minute. I highly suggest you utilize the 15 minute or an hour chart to catch the original signal. And if it tells you to sell, go ahead and sell. On the 5 minute, you're going to get this. You're going to get a buy, you're going to get a fake out, and then you're going to give you the sell, and then it's going to give you your 130 pips on the sell, and then another 130 pips on the sell, and then you may get a break above this. That's where this original buy signal is going to be valid because it's going to tell you to buy at the low of the zone. This golden key zone is very, very important. Let's do one more just to see, just to show you guys. And I'm going to pull it up on gold as well. Look here, got a sell, right? Sell, continuation, sell back to the zone. There's order block features, back to the zone, continuations. You want to sell, right? Sell at the high. Notice here, broke above the high, came back. It's still in the zone. It's still in the zone. It never told you to buy like the previous day. So this buy is invalid. You're not looking for buys. You're only looking for sales. So guess what happened? It came back below the zone. Notice the sell. Notice here, it wicked. Not in the red box. This small little gold box here is your zone. Notice what happened. It broke back out the zone again. It gave you another sell. Notice here, it came back into the zone. It wicked. Back into the zone. It wicked and dropped again. This is a more tricky day. This is US30 though. This is US30. Let's pull up gold. Let's pull up gold so you guys can see that it works on. This golden key zone works on all pairs. Let's see. Let's erase some of this stuff. I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna have to. For the sake of this training, right? So let's go to the previous day, current day. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Look at this buy on gold. This is one of those days you just didn't get, it just didn't give you the optimal entry. Sell, this is the 5 minute. Again, you're not necessarily supposed to find it on the 5 minute, but even if you did catch the sell on the 5 minute, you only lost what? If you caught this sell, you lost 20 pips. 20 pips on that sale. So what? The buy though, look at this buy. Look at the buy. Break above, you got the buy, came back to retest, that's your retest, and then it took off. It took off. Let's go ahead and change these real quick. Got to change the parameters on the golden key. Let's do, got to add a 0. Right? Took off. Never came back. Never came back. Did it? Did it? Almost. Almost. Need to change this. That's too much. Let's do 100. 200. All right. So let's go to a previous day. Let's see if we can catch it on a previous day. Previous time, previous signal. Look at that retest on the buy. Look at these retests on these buys. Look at the buys. Straight to profit. Take profit one. On a 5 minute, it gave you the sell. Got caught on the trap. The buy, take profit one. Came back, stalled. Look at the retest. Where is it? I thought it retested. There you go. Retest. Back to take profit two. Retest. And then it stalled for the rest of the day. Retested the zone, and then it went back up again. There goes your buy from the zone, from the low right there. Even though it's small, you can't see it. But it never closed below the zone. This is another entry to buy for the previous buy candle. And then you get a confirmation of the buy on the next signal of the next period. I just wanted to share with you guys this video so you can see the importance of this golden key zone. Oh my gosh, look at this sell. Here goes another one. Here goes another one, folks. Look at this sell, right? Catch the sell, back to the zone. Resell, back to the zone. Here's your take profit. Look where it came back to. After you done caught all your take profits, I need you guys to pay attention. This zone, this little golden key zone, watch this. Look at that. To the T. This is telling you guys how important this zone is and why you should take full advantage of it. If you don't have this tool, hopefully you see that you need this golden key tool. Look where it came to and stopped. I can guarantee you, if I took this golden key tool off, people are buying. They're buying. They're buying. They're buying. They're buying. They will be buying. A lot of retail traders is buying this trade. They're buying. And they got caught in the trap. Well, they didn't know it was going to stop here. We knew it was going to stop there because we're selling. We're selling from the top. If you had to quote this sell, easy trade. That's an easy 80 pips. Easy, no drawdown. Guess what happened? It did it again. And again. For another 40 pips here, 40 pips here, right? And then you went into the next trading period, so the zone is no longer valid. The zone came down here, but the zone was valid. Look how it stopped at the zone, 80 pips, stopped at the zone, 20 pips, stopped at the zone, 40 pips, done. You can be done with 20 pips. Okay? On a 5-minute chart, 20 pips is all you need. Let's go. Let's see if we can do one more day. Let's go one more day. Sell. These one of them sales, straight to profit. Never came back to the zone, straight to profit. 100 pips, 200 pips, straight to profit. That's why this tool is very, very, very useful. It's one of them days where you got both signals. So you're looking for the buy and the sell, right? So ultimately, the buy is the most valid because that's the second trade. The first trade is a sell, it's invalid. The buy is the current trade that we're looking for, so we want to buy. Where are we buying from? The lower the zone. Here you go again, another buy from the lower the zone. Here you go again, retesting. If you ain't getting before, this is where your technicals come into play. You can utilize your nice little trend lines here. It breaks the trend line, came back to retest the trend line, optimal entry, jump in again if you want to, right? That's previous day. Let's go. Let's do one more. Buy. Where are we buying from? Look at that. Where are you buying from? Optimal entries. Where do you want to buy? You want to buy at the low, right? You want to buy up here. Why buy here? Everybody's buying here. They're late. The FOMO, fear of missing out. They're buying all the way up here. Did it pull back on them? Where did it stop at? The golden key zone. Optimal entry. We're looking to buy. Even though it tells you to sell, the current trade is to buy. If you want to sell, this is what you need to happen on the sell. It needs to do, let's see if I can do this real quick for you guys. Stay in draw mode. Let's see if I can draw this out. If I can find a pencil somewhere. Where's it at? Where's the pen at? I know they got one in here. I don't ever really draw in here. All right, let's see if I can do it with, okay, here we go. Brush. If you want to sell, you need to sell to do this. The sell has to break, right? Below. Come back to test to show you it's not coming back above it. And if it stops to break again, that's when you sell. Just like here, the buy broke above. Showed you it didn't want to go below. It stopped, went back above. Showed you it didn't want to go below. It stopped. You're buying and you buy it on up, right? If you want to sell, if this sell was to be valid, you have to wait for it to break below the sell, come back up to retest the zone, never come back above the zone, and that's when you sell. That's the only time you utilize this sell, right? But currently, we're in buyers territory, looking for buys. The most recent trade was the buy. So we're buying. Look what happened. You got the buy, higher highs. We're going higher highs. Look at this uptrend. Higher highs. You want to buy at the high? Well, buy at the low of the zone. Buy again. Buy again. And that's where you got your, get rid of this. 80 pips. Notice what happened. Retest, 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 retest. Here it goes. Here go that sell. Here go that sell. Break below, retest. You can small sell here. You would have caught the sell for about 20 pips. Notice what happened right after. It came right back above the zone. So you're not selling anymore, you're buying. Here's your retest, buy it up. Retest, buy it up, right? Small moves to a giant. But at the end of the day, you have to utilize this zone. Here it goes again. Let's see what's, the trade is a sell, right? Trade is a sell. Hit your stop loss on the sell. So if it's stop loss on the sell, what are we doing? We're buying. We're ultimately buying. We're not selling because we're above the zone. We're buying because we're above the zone. Even though it told you to sell, even though that sale gave you about 20 pips, right? It pulled all the way back up, and where did it stop? Above the zone. That means the sell is invalid. You're now looking for the buys. It's above the zone. Here you go. First entry, buy it on up. All the way down. Do you see this? Now, it's not going to come to the low all the time. Look at this entry. It gave you your 80 pips on the buy. Came all the way back down. It stopped at the high of the zone. Trade it again. If you had to quote this trade just off the close of this candle after this wick and rolled it on up, that's 50 pips to the upside, right? What happened again? Came again, stopped. Came again, stopped. Pin bar. Very next candle, you get in for the buy again. Another 40 to 50 pips to the upside, right? Invalid the sale. There goes your sale. Can't take profit one, but we're not looking for sales no more. We're looking for buys. Now here, if we wanted to sell this, the only sale we're catching was probably here, and we lost this trade because you want to catch the sale off the retest of either here or here. But did it retest? No, it blew right past it. So you're not selling no more. What are we doing? We're still buying out the zone. This golden zone, we're still buying. Optimal entry, back out the zone, back in the zone. Look at that. Look at that. You could have caught it for 3 days. You could be up 500 pips on gold. Look. You could have caught that entire trade from these optimal entries and told you to buy again the next day. And you caught more optimal entries. You know how you can trade gold by itself with this golden key zone and make a killing. A killing. Here goes another one. There's your zone, right? Golden key zone. So you're either buying from the low or selling from the high. So you got your sell and your buy invalid. You got the buy, retest, buy, breaks above. Did it hit your stop loss on your buy? No, it did not. It did not hit the stop loss at all. So we can just be buying. Here goes the sell right here. Sell from the high of the zone. Hopefully you see it. It broke below for the sale, for the sellers out there that's selling below the zone. Where did it come to? The high of the zone. You sell from here. If you had to quote this sale from here, from the close of this trade, there's your 50 pips to the downside. All you need is 20. All you need is 20, right? But then guess what happened? Your buy ended up going into profit, further into profit. You could have been holding this buy. Hold on. Let's zoom out real quick. You could have been holding this buy for a very long time. This one buy right here from the entry, 500 pips. How many entries did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully y'all are getting this. I don't want to hold y'all too long, but this is just basically for the golden key to share with you guys that this not only works for gold, it also works for US30. It also works for US30. It works for NASDAQ. It works for S&P 500. It works for silver. It works for platinum. All your metals and your indices is on the hit list. Look at these entries, man. This is US30. Let's do it on Nas. Let's pull up Nas real quick so y'all can see. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Look at Nas. Look at these buy entries. Buy, straight to profit. 5 minute. Back to the zone. Back to the zone. Another entry. This golden key zone is potent. Look at this. Buy. Back to the zone. Buy again. Do you want to buy at the high or buy at the low? You're buying at the low of what? The golden key zone, baby. So hopefully this video was to help you understand not only can you take these signals on the hour chart, because ultimately they come from an hour chart, but once you understand the zone and you understand technicals, you can maximize your profits and get tighter stop losses if you jump in on the 5 minute based off of this zone and zone alone. Look at the sell. Look what came back to the zone. Sell again. Look what came back to a stop. Sold again. This is NASDAQ. This is a 5 minute. You can be in this one trade right here for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes and get out the trade and you're up. How many pips is that? It's not even much. You might not think it's much. It's 80 pips, man. 20 is all you need, right? 20 pips a day is all you need. Look, sell, sell, sell. Back to the zone. Now we're buying, right? Now we're buying. Notice we're buying. See this buy? We were buying at first. You already caught your pips. You already caught your pips on the buy. Then you're getting into the sell. You catch it on the other side. Notice what happened. It breaks above. You got higher highs. So if you got higher highs, what are you now doing? You're buying again. Look, look. Higher high. What are you doing? You're buying. Look. Optimal entry. Optimal entry. You're buying. You want to know why you're buying? Even though the last one was a sell, this is when the technicals come into play and understanding the system and utilizing it. Yes, we were selling. The original entry was a buy. I know we're in bias territory because we're making higher highs. Look, the previous buy stopped here. It stopped here, then it started selling. The buy went even higher this time. We're in buyer's territory. It's going even higher this time. And then it came down. It didn't give us lower lows. It's giving us higher highs. Stopped at the zone. Higher highs. We're buying. Higher highs means we're buying. Guess where it stopped at? Optimal entry, please. Get it again, right? This is NASDAQ. Look, sell. Optimal entry. So if you didn't just catch the sale, if you missed the sale, you caught it again there. Optimal entry, right? Let's do one more. We're selling, right? If we're selling, we're buying and selling, as you can see, but we're selling. We're below the zone. Came above the zone, higher high. We want to get the retest. I would have bought this right here. We would have lost it, right? But then when it broke back below, here's your high, there's your low, there's your sell again, right there. Your first sale gave you might not think as much because you don't see the take profit zones because I ain't changed the settings. That's 50 pips on the sell, straight in profit, 50 pips. You caught this wick at the zone, another 100 pips. Look, retest, 100 pips, retest, 200 pips. Do y'all see this? We're going to break this down in depth. And once we get started, once we get everything situated, we're going to start doing at least once a week live sessions so where you guys, we can go over this. You can ask me questions. Here's your buy, retest, right? Here goes another one. Original buy and original sell. Where do you want to buy? You want to buy from the lower zone, even though you see the zone is very small, right? So the zone is very small. You're working off this zone. You want to sell or buy from the zone. Where you selling from? From the zone. There goes your sell right there, 100 pips. Where do you want to buy? You want to buy from the lower zone. Here you go right there, 200 pips. Another buy from the lower zone. Here you go again. So it's either one or the other. It's either you're selling from the high of the zone or you want to buy from the low of the zone, depending on which direction you're in. So in this case, you're going lower, so you want to sell. When it comes up, you want to sell. Bam, there goes your trade right there. Now that you're higher, you're above the zone, what do you want to do? You want to buy. What do you want to buy? From the low. Here you go. Bam, move right there. Here goes another buy from the low, move right there. So you just have to make sure you understand which side of the trade you're on. Here goes a sell, right? We're below it, so we want to sell. Came back into the zone, sell. Came back to the zone, sell. Did it come back to the zone? Nope. There goes a 300 pip move. You at least got it. If you had just got in blindly on the sale, yes, it did tell you to buy first. You only lost what? 20 pips, 30 pips, 40 pips off this buy. Look how small the zone is, right? If anything, if you're buying and it does this and it comes back into the zone, you can hedge it, put it in sell, close the buy. If it comes back down here, you buy, you would have lost 30 pips, man. 30 pips. Small losses to giant wins. Look how big that win was. It doesn't matter if it gives you a sell and a buy. Yes, it gave you the sell and the buy. Which one is now valid? The buy is valid because it's the most frequent. Buy up. Guess what we're buying from? We're buying from the what? The low. Optimal entry. You caught the first entry, close out the sale, is breaking previous highs, close out the sale, you're in the buy. Even if you don't know when to buy, back into the zone. It breaks above the zone. When it comes back into the zone, buy the optimal entry. How many pips is that? 250 pips, the upside. NASDAQ, sell. Sell, straight to profit. Didn't even give you a chance to buy again. Didn't give you a chance at all. That's why this tool is very, very potent. You can use it. Look at this buy. Look at this buy, higher highs. Guess what it did? Came back to the zone, right? Not once. Came back to the zone again. But do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? If y'all don't see how important these zones are by now, and shame on all you educators out there for not teaching this zone. There's one specific zone. It's very important, and nobody talked about it. I am. I've been talking about it for a while, but I also have the tool that gives you the zone. Look at this. It went up off the entry, the initial buy, and went up 150 pips, and then it stopped. It pulled all the way back to the T, to the pit, to the zone, and then it took off. Gave you another entry here on the zone and took off for another 450 pips. So hopefully you guys see the value. Hopefully you guys, if you don't have access to the perfect entry trading system, if you don't have access to the PETS, perfect entry trading system, golden key, get in contact with me ASAP. Because this one tool alone, you can trade gold by itself and become a six-figure trader. I know people that are trading gold by itself and make six figures. I know people that have paid $5,000 or more for the strategy behind this tool. I am giving you this tool for under 150 bucks, depending on where you come from. You may get the tool for even cheaper if you catch me on a good foot. So if you don't have this tool, I highly suggest you reach out to me because you see why this zone is very important. Not only that, hold on. Not only that, I don't know if you've seen it, but the tool by itself gives you the entry, take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. It gives you the entry, take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. Now on NASDAQ, I got to take a zero off because it's different when it comes to gold and the indices. So we take a zero off. That's one thing you may have to change, right? Look, take profit 1, 2, and 3. Hit. Take profit 1, 2 is hit. Entry, stop loss, take profit 1, 2, and 3. It gave you the buy, came back and gave you another buy. You can take this buy here, put in your entry, take profit 1 or 2 or 3, and your stop loss, and let it run on the 5-minute chart or nasty nuts. For the NDC traders out there. 5-minute chart. So if you don't have this tool, I highly suggest you reach out to me so you can get access to this tool. Get access to not only tool, I'm going to give you access to the signals itself. So even if you're not looking at the chart, the signals are automated. These signals that you see, entry, take profit 1, 2, and 3, is automatically being sent to our Telegram channel, and our Telegram channel averages over 5,000 pips a week. 5,000 pips or more every week. If you ask about it, they'll tell you 5,000 pips or more every week based off the golden key tool, which is this tool here, the session key tool that takes care of all of the Forex pairs, and your entry optimizer. Not only will you get access to the golden key, you're going to get access to the session key as well for the Forex pairs. And the same rules apply on this 5-minute strategy. If it breaks above and it comes back into the zone, optimal entry me please. Tighter stop losses. You don't have to use a 40 pip stop loss on a 5-minute. This 40 pip stop loss is based off the hour candle. If it's on a 5-minute, you can use 20 pips. Notice here, never came nowhere near close to the stop loss. It might have been 4 or 5 pips in drawdown, but this is an optimal entry on NASDAQ. 80 pips. 80 pips off the optimal entry. So hopefully you guys see the value. I'm not gonna hold you guys too much longer. If you guys want access, if this is YouTube, you can go to the description below and you will get access to the Telegram bot, to where you can utilize the Telegram bot to, I think it's right now is $150 a month. At $150 a month, you're gonna be getting access to the signals channel. You're gonna get access to this golden key tool that I shared with you today. You're also going to get access to the session key tool. That way you can do the same thing on your Forex pairs. And then you're going to get access to our entry optimizer tool that'll confirm your entry. So you're getting access to 3 of our top tools on TradingView and the signals channel. That link is in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this anywhere else, just simply inbox me, whether it's Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, just inbox me. I can get you the link. That way you can get connected so that you can start getting more consistent in your trading, whether it's gold, indices. If you have been scared to trade nasty knives or the dirty 30, I've given you a tool to where you can tame the beast and get the profits like the professionals out there trading nasty knives, US30, S&P. You can 3 times your profits immediately. For the Forex pair traders out there, not knocking the Forex traders out there. I love my Forex traders out there. I trade Forex stills from here and there as well. But if you make a 20 pip move on a Forex pair, times that by 3 when you do a 20 pip move on NASDAQ. That's how much more money you're going to make. So hopefully you guys see the value. Hopefully you guys are able to utilize what I've given you today. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the exclusive members. I'm so grateful to have you guys a part of this. Hopefully you're maximizing your profits and maximizing the possibilities of this tool. Hopefully this training was to help you not only go from the 1 hour, but also down all the way down to the 5 minute, baby. I see you guys in the next video.